Where'd all the money go?
Hey guys, my name's Curtis and this is my wife Chelsea. We make weekly videos on travel and how to afford it. So if you want to learn how to travel and not go broke, be sure to hit the subscribe button. In this video, we're going to teach couples how to budget so that you can learn to travel more, get out of debt, buy a new house, whatever it is that you want to do with all the money that we're going to teach you how to save.
If you don't know already, money is a leading cause for divorce. We posted a video not that long ago about why it's so important to start talking about money, and we will link that video for you guys up there.
So don't click away from this video because you're going to want to know this stuff. Do you want a divorce? Do you? If you do want a divorce, you can click away right now. That's what I thought. You're still here. You don't want a divorce, do you?
I do after this video. I'm kidding.
But don't worry, if you clicked on this video and you're single, sitting alone in your bed, looking through your phone, looking up at the wall, sitting in your bed, watching this video, it's okay. Just every time we talk about partners, talk about your partner about money, just exchange the word partner for cat. So you're gonna want to talk to your cat about money. So lonely. So there's just one more thing before we get started. Chelsea and I created a spreadsheet, which I'll put in the comments below, that you can download for free so that you can budget just like how we're gonna teach you right now. So step one, who's doing what? The first thing you're gonna wanna figure out is who's paying the bills. We suggest sitting down and doing them together. So pick a day throughout the week, whatever day you want it to be.
All you need is about 30 minutes uninterrupted. And when I say uninterrupted, I know that's not always as easy as it sounds, but making sure that the both of you are on the same page is going to help out so much and create one less stress in your relationship.
So if only one of you is gonna do the finances, that's okay too, but it's super important that the both of you talk and make sure that you're both on the same page and both parties are happy with how the money's being spent. Otherwise, it's gonna lead to a bunch of difficulties down the road.
Like I said, in a perfect world, the both of you would sit down and do all of your budgeting together. I know that this isn't always the case, so something that's worked really well for us is using something like Google Docs, where everything is completely laid out and we both have access to the same document and can edit it. We always talk about any changes that we're gonna make to the document, but at least it's easily accessible for both of us.
Even from the kitchen.
That way, one person isn't the keeper of the money and you both have access to all the information that you need.
Step two is burn rate. So once you find out who's gonna be handling the finances, whether that's one of you or both of you, the next step is to figure out how much money you're spending each month. In business, this is called the burn rate.
It's scary. It's scary to think about how much you spend in a month. So what the burn rate is your fixed expenses, the things that you know you're going to have to spend every single month, like the mortgage, your cell phone bill, utilities, all of the online subscriptions, the list goes on and on. So anything that you have to pay that is a fixed rate every month, nothing that's variable.
Once you have all these fixed expenses listed out, add them all up, and this amount is gonna be your burn rate. Now that you have your burn rate, you're gonna wanna take your total income and subtract the number that you use to calculate your burn rate. So income minus your burn rate. This number is now called your net income. So keep this number for the next step. Okay, so we've gone over a lot so far. Are you confused? Probably, that's okay. Just to recap, your income plus your partner's income is your household income. All expenses that are the same amount that don't change every month are added up, and that's called your burn rate. And third, your net income is your household income minus your burn rate. I think we got it. Let's keep moving.
I want to interrupt and say that even if you've gone as far as to calculate your burn rate, you are already light years ahead of so many people. Taking the time to figure out how much money you actually go through in a month is going to set you up, and it gives you a great mental image when you're going out and you start to spend those variable things.
Step number 3 is variable expenses. Now that you've calculated your net income, you're gonna use this as a guide to predict or estimate on what you can spend your variable income on. Things like food, cat food, entertainment, eating out, shopping, things like that.
Honestly, this is probably the hardest part about budgeting, is to start calculating what are realistic amounts for you to spend on each one of these things. They're the easiest things for you to overspend on, and you just want to make sure that you give yourself realistic expectations for what you should be spending in a month.
Okay, so let's start with a little bit of an example. Let's pretend that we've already taken our household income and minus our burn rate, and that gave us a net income of $1,000 a month.
It's an easy number.
Now you can use that number to budget on the variable expenses that you're gonna spend throughout the month. For example, groceries $250, eating out $250, haircut $100,
Whoa!
Entertainment, $250.
Enough!
Which would leave you with $150 buffer in case there's anything unexpected comes up, like you get invited to a wedding or a birthday party or something like that, and you gotta buy a gift.
In my experience, there is always something unexpected that comes up every month.
And what are you gonna do, not buy a present? You're gonna be that guy?
Real Jim move, Jim. Now for the most important part, which is also the hardest, requires the most willpower, and will always be the most stressful part, which is actually staying on this budget. Remember, anytime that you go over that allotted amount of money, or you start using credit cards or loans, you're going into debt.
Basically, it means that you're spending more money that you're taking in, which is never a good idea. So there it is, our 3-step system to budgeting. By following this process, it should give you a good idea of where your money's going each month, and you can always adjust your variable expenses to meet different needs that you might have.
I think for most people, the most common reason why people start going into debt is because they aren't aware of how much money they're taking in versus how much money is going out. We know that the mortgage payment goes out every month, but giving yourself a very clear outline is gonna help you guys out so much.
But before we end this video, we have a few little secret tips that we'd like to share with you. And the first one is to include savings in one of your fixed expenses, not your variable expenses. So right at the beginning of the month, you know that you have your mortgage, maybe your car payment, your phone bill, and then one of those lines is gonna be savings, so that you know every month you're gonna be taking whatever the amount is, $200, and you're gonna put that a month before anything else is spent.
Muy importantes. Très important. Or you can even use an automated service to help you save monthly and consistently.
We also talked about that in a previous video, which we can link right here.
So by doing things like automating your savings or creating that fixed expenses line for your saving, you are paying yourself first and prioritizing your goals.
And it'll really help you accumulate savings over the long term rather than just saving when it's convenient or if you remember to do it, because you're never gonna remember to do it and it's never gonna be convenient.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We get fired up when we start talking about budgeting and saving. So if you want to hang out with us and see more of those videos, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button since you're down there already.
And don't forget to download the free budgeting template in the description below.
We will see you guys in the next video, and we hope we can help you find your adventure. Bye!
Stay on budget.
Bye! Are paying yourself first and prioritizing yourself, your success. Why me?
Okay, start again.
All right.
But by paying yourself first.
I got it. No, I have
you do this.
I have a
you
line.
say this. I know, but every time I say I try to coach you through, you're like, I got it.
I got it.
Okay, you
and
got
then
it.
I f*** it up again.
Exactly.
Shut up
Okay,
and
no,
let me do
can you just let me-
That way, one person you the why.
One of those days.
It is one of those days. I tried to look up at it.
And yes, Chelsea is wearing the same shirt as me.
I was gonna say, do you think anyone realized you're wearing the same t-shirt?
Ready?
Did you create the spreadsheet already?
No. If I don't have it, I have to put this in.
So what?
Can you?
I don't think I can.